Hi guys, Finch here. Welcome now to Tech Tuesday, your weekly look at everything technological within the world of golf. And this week we're going to be looking at two specific subjects. First of all, the new Cobra line of products and exactly what this means for the next step, in my opinion, in golf club technology. And also we're going to be talking a lot of balls. Same as usual, really. Golf balls which aren't readily in the public eye. So we are going to be talking about Snell golf balls, we're going to be talking about Vice golf balls, and we're also going to be talking about Kirkland golf balls, which Costco, the big American superstore, supermarket, has just released. So first things first, let's talk about the new range of Cobra clubs as they are without the fancy edition, which has got me the most excited. So they're bringing out two new drivers and one updated driver. So first of all, the Cobra LTD driver, which was launched last year, that has been not upgraded exactly, but just recolored to look a lot more stealthy. So it's now a black and a grey combination. All the orange, which used to be in that driver, has now been stripped away, and it looks so much better. It doesn't perform any better, it's still a very good driver, but it just looks so much better behind the ball when compared to last year's version. The two new drivers which are being introduced are the F7 and the F7 Plus. The same materials are being used in both the drivers, the only difference is in the head shape and the head size. So the F7 Plus is a slightly more compact, better players looking club, if you want to look at it like that. And the F7 is slightly bigger and also comes with higher loft options, whereas the S7 Plus comes with lower loft options. So that is geared towards the better players if they don't like the new King LTD. As with most of the major manufacturers at the moment, they are introducing more carbon into the club head design. They say this allows engineers to move weight around a little bit more easily. I did have a great comment on Twitter the other day about how much more weight engineers can actually move around, because it is something that they say every single time a new driver comes out. I have had a very quick test with these drivers and I did prefer the look of the King LTD, the updated version, although the F7 Plus did perform quite well as well. The difference between the drivers isn't massive, but as always, you should always have a go when they come out. However, that is all by the by. Because new drivers, yes, they're exciting, but actually Cobra have done something with their driver, which I think does mark the start of something very new. Now, the trade show in January this year, we were having a chat to Game Golf, and they were working with Golf Pry to introduce a sensor into the Golf Pry grip, which players could use on their clubs, which integrated with the Game Golf system. However, Cobra have done something different. So they've teamed up with Arccos Golf, and they've introduced into the grip of their drivers Cobra Connect. The way Cobra Connect works, pretty simple really. You have your driver, you have the sensor within the club already because it's integrated within the grip. You link up the app on your smartphone to your driver, and then it starts to track where you've hit your tee shots from to where they've landed, so when you walk to your next shot. Cobra also say you can use the app as a GPS as you continue to play the hole as well, so it has a little bit of an added advantage. They're also introducing a new social element into it, so using the app you can share performance on social media or with other people who are also using the Cobra Connect system. Now this is for me one of those things where we are looking at a big step forward in how a lot of people are going to be playing the game. The technology itself is very simple and there's no reason why this can't be integrated into other clubs as well. At this moment in time, it's only with this Cobra driver which you can do it, but I imagine moving forward over the next few years, we should start to see this being integrated into other clubs. Not only in Cobra, it depends what type of deal Arccos and Cobra have, but you would imagine people like Game Golf and other similar companies will start to cotton on to this and start to want to introduce it into other manufacturers as well. We're at a real starting point now where technology will enhance play, it will enhance the experience of golf, but not just by improving the distance that you hit your drivers, just by making it a little bit more interesting, giving more data, giving more chances for people to engage with their games as they haven't done before. So I'm excited to see where this leads to. And as always, please comment in the box below. Is this something that you would be interested in using? Is this something that you would be interested in trying? Is it something that you wouldn't bother with and it would be a waste of time? Please let me know. And second thing on the list today are golf balls. And this is something which a lot of people have been asking me to talk about, and I've had a lot of questions on. This question has really started to come to the forefront of people's mind because Costco have introduced a new golf ball into the market. It's a 4-piece Tour Performance golf ball, that's what they're saying. It's manufactured in Korea, and there have been some early tests done on this product. Now what I'll do, I will link in the description below an article which was written on My Golf Spy, which compares the Kirkland ball to a Pro V1. And the results are very, very surprising. So I highly recommend you go to the My Golf Spy website to read the full article to get the full information. But to break it down for you, they compared these two balls because Pro V1, according to market research, is the most popular premium ball. So that was the obvious thing to test it against. And Kirkland ball went 9 yards longer on average with the driver. It span less. It had similar performance with the irons, and it had a little bit more wedge spin as well. Now for that to happen, and obviously please go check out the article to see how many balls were hit and the in-depth detail review that they did. The difference between these golf balls in the US, you're looking upwards of about $50 for a dozen of Pro V1s, and you're only looking at $15 for the Kirkland balls. Now that is obviously a ridiculous difference in price for, on the face of it, what would seem like better performance from the cheaper ball. Now whenever you do ball testing and you rely on golfers to hit the shots, there's always going to be a little bit of discrepancy. It's no way to get an absolutely definitive perfect test unless you're using a swing robot, and obviously they're not very easy to come by. However, the tests that have been carried out so far do show the fact that you can get very, very good golf balls for less than the premium balls are charging. And when we start to move it beyond the Kirkland signature ball, you have other manufacturers out there. The two other companies who I'm going to feature here are Vice Golf and Snell Golf. Now these two companies do produce a tour ball, that's what they call it. Snell Golf for $31.99. So they're US based, and Vice, who are based in Germany, shipping to the UK, they offer their premium ball for just under £30. I know that doesn't include shipping. Both these balls have also got fantastic reviews, very similar to what the Kirkland ball has produced against the Pro V1. And what it shows is that smaller companies are starting to learn and starting to compete with the very biggest player within this market. Now this is fantastic. It's fantastic for golfers because what it shows is that people are understanding the golf ball market is by far one of the most profitable for companies to be in within golf. At the end of the day, people can buy a great driver, love it, and keep it for 5+ years. Irons, people playing with irons which are 20, 30 years old, which they don't want to change. Golf balls are something you're always going to need, that you'll always lose no matter who you are, and that will always wear out over time. Unless you're using like a Dunlop Loco, because they never ever wear out. They're indestructible. The reason this is fantastic is it gives customers the opportunity to buy premium balls at a lower price. At the end of the day, once you start getting better at golf, once your handicap starts to drop to a certain level, you want to play with better products. You want to shift away from the balls which only maintain one function. So the soft balls which spin more, the hard balls which go a little bit further, although there is some debate around that as well. But the premium balls allow golfers more control and more ability to hit a whole range of shots. And if these smaller companies are able to mobilize themselves and mobilize a fan base, then they can really start to grow and take on the big boys. At the end of the day, Pro V1 has had quite a big monopoly over the ball market for a long time because when it came out, it gained that tour reputation, and it also gained the reputation amongst golfers of being the best ball with the best durability compared to anything else out there. Now, other companies have started to eat into that share. Strixon are probably the biggest example of this, not only in Europe and in the US, but also in the Asian market where they have their strongest foothold. But you look at TaylorMade, you look at Callaway, these companies have started to enter this premium ball market, but their price point is up near the Pro V1. So they've pitched themselves to compete with the best ball by putting their balls at a similar price, slightly cheaper, but they're still up there. And then all of a sudden, Kirkland come along, Snell come along, Vice come along and say, you know what, we can produce great products, but for a fraction of that price. And it's fascinating how many more of these balls are starting to find their way into players' bags. Now these balls, I've only tested the Vice. I've only tested the Vice balls, and I can tell you they are a fantastic product. The one thing I would say is that they do tend to lose their colour a little bit more easily than others, but that doesn't seem to affect performance, and I'm sure that that's something they'll rectify going forward. The reason that this is going to be concerning to the big manufacturers is they may have looked down at these little producers at one time and gone, well, you know what, they're not going to be a threat to us. Now the performance of their products is living up to what they are billing. All of a sudden these big companies are going to look down and say, actually, you know what, this is going to be a little bit worrying. If people get engaged with them and people start buying these balls, then we're going to have to drop our price. And that's where it becomes very good for the consumer, because they don't want to be paying obviously through the nose for premium golf balls. If they know that they can get this premium ball elsewhere, then that's where they're going to go. The only problem that these companies have is they don't have pro shop presence. So Vice, Snell, they are being sold solely on the internet at this moment in time, I'm pretty sure in saying. So if you wanted to just grab hold of some of these balls and try them out, it's not that easy to do. Whereas the Titleist, the Pro V1 and any other big manufacturer's balls, you go into a pro shop, you go into a golf superstore, and they're there. You can just pick them up and try everything you want. It's not quite so easy to test out these lower end of the market balls. However, if you are thinking of spending loads of money on a premium golf ball, maybe just set some of that aside, get some of these balls and try them out. You never know what you're going to find. So as always, please comment in the box below. Let me know if you tried out these golf balls. Let me know what your impressions of them were, both good and both bad. I can only comment from the point of view of what the other reviews have said who've actually got hold of these golf balls, and what I've done with the Vice golf balls as well, which I said I like. Right guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching another of these Tech Tuesdays. Comment below, follow me on my other links linked in the description below, and go check out that My Golf Spy article, which makes very interesting reading. Right guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.